If you pull a fresh chili pepper straight out of an ice bath and take a deliberate bite, your mouth will instantly feel like it is on fire. Your heart rate spikes, your face flushes, and sweat breaks out across your forehead. Yet, if you held a digital thermometer against that pepper, it would read near freezing. There is no actual thermal energy being transferred to your tongue, no physical burning of tissue, and no microscopic heat wave traveling through your mouth. So why does your brain register an inferno when nothing is actually hot? To understand this sensory illusion, you have to look at how your nervous system monitors temperature. Embedded in the membranes of the nerve endings on your tongue and inside your mouth are microscopic proteins called receptors. These receptors act like biological security guards, constantly scanning your environment for potential physical threats. One specific receptor, known as TRPV1, has a very simple job. It warns your brain when something you touch or eat is hot enough to cause physical damage. Under normal conditions, TRPV1 acts as a thermal circuit breaker. When the temperature in your mouth rises above roughly 43 degrees Celsius, or about 109 degrees Fahrenheit, the heat causes the physical structure of the TRPV1 protein to shift. It opens a tiny channel, allowing sodium and calcium ions to flood into the nerve cell. That sudden electrical surge shoots straight up the trigeminal nerve to your brain, delivering a simple, urgent message. This is dangerously hot. Drop it. That system works brilliantly to keep you from gulping down boiling soup or searing your mouth on hot metal. But TRPV1 has a hidden vulnerability. It doesn't just react to physical heat. It also has a precise chemical binding pocket that happens to fit a specific molecule produced by chili plants, capsaicin. When you eat a hot pepper, capsaicin molecules lock onto those TRPV1 receptors. The moment capsaicin binds to the protein, it lowers the threshold required to open that ion channel. Suddenly, instead of needing a temperature of 43 degrees Celsius to activate, the receptor trips open at normal body temperature, around 37 degrees Celsius. Because your mouth is already warm, your own internal body heat becomes the trigger. The protein pops open, ions pour into the nerve cell, and the exact same electrical impulse fires off to the brain. Your brain has no way of distinguishing whether that signal was triggered by a genuine flame or by a chemical key fitting into a lock. As far as your central nervous system is concerned, your tongue is literally burning. Because the brain truly believes your body is overheating, it unleashes a full-blown physiological emergency response. Your blood vessels dilate to radiate heat away from your core, causing your skin to redden. Your sweat glands open up to initiate evaporative cooling. Your nose runs and your eyes water in a biological attempt to flush out the perceived irritant. It is a stunning cascade of physical symptoms, all orchestrated in response to an imaginary fire. This neurological illusion also explains why reaching for a glass of ice water rarely brings relief. Capsaicin is an oily, non-polar chemical, which means it does not dissolve in water. Swishing cold water around your mouth might temporarily cool down the nerve endings, briefly hushing the electrical signal, but as soon as you swallow, the capsaicin remains firmly locked onto those TRPV1 receptors. Washing capsaicin with water is like trying to scrub motor oil off your hands without soap. It just smears the chemical around, spreading the burn to new areas of your mouth. To break the bond, you need something that can dissolve or disperse nonpolar molecules. Dairy products work remarkably well because they contain casein, a detergent-like protein that surrounds and breaks down capsaicin, scrubbing it off the TRPV1 receptors so it can be washed away. Fats and alcohols also dissolve capsaicin far better than plain water ever could. What makes this whole phenomenon so remarkable is that capsaicin didn't evolve for our entertainment. Plants developed capsaicin as a chemical defense mechanism to deter mammals from eating their seed pods, since mammalian digestive tracts destroy chili seeds, while birds who lack the TRPV1 receptor sensitivity to capsaicin can eat the peppers freely and scatter the seeds untouched. Yet humans are the one species that looked at this evolutionary poison sign and decided to put it on dinner tables worldwide. When the initial wave of simulated pain subsides, your brain responds to the stress by releasing endorphins and dopamine, natural painkillers and mood boosters designed to mitigate trauma. We end up experiencing a mild, safe high from a threat that was never actually real. So the next time a spicy dish sets your mouth ablaze, remember that you aren't feeling heat, and you aren't burning your tongue. You're simply watching your brain get outsmarted by a plant molecule, mistaking your own body heat for a fire that isn't there.